Hey, friends. While my kids are outside playing on the deck, I thought I would take a few minutes to chat with you guys. There have been some questions as to why we are going to purchase another poodle from a breeder. And I just wanted to kind of answer a few of those questions because they're valid. Those are valid questions to ask. Why would you go through a breeder instead of going to a rescue or instead of going to your local animal shelter? And there are also people that, raise their eyebrows over poodles. So, to start with, adoption. Adoption is such a noble and selfless act. I give kudos to anyone who rescues animals of any kind. But it takes a special person to do that because it takes a lot of extra patience. It takes a lot of extra time. And not everyone is in a season of life where they can do that. Sometimes people need very certain dogs with certain characteristics. And, when you go to a shelter and just pick out a dog or a rescue, you're kind of playing the, or you're kind of gambling. There we go. There's the word I'm looking for. You're gambling on what kind of dog you're going to get. And sometimes you are just not in a place to do that. Yeah, dogs can be trained, but like I said, it depends on where you are in your stage of life. Plus, I just want to point out that just like with adopting children, it's a choice. It's a very noble choice, and it's very much needed, but it isn't a requirement for everyone. It isn't for everyone to adopt children instead of having your own, and it's the same concept with dogs. Just like with children, with dogs, it's not a requirement. So, okay, moving on to poodles. Look at this face. Look at this face. So, my big thing that I love about poodles is that they don't shed. This guy does not leave hair on my couch, on my bed, on my clothes. He does not shed because he has actual hair and not fur. And also because of that, he doesn't smell like a dog. Now, if we are spending time outside, then yeah, he's going to have like the sweat smell, kind of like we do after we've been outside and sweating. But he isn't going to smell like a dog. Poodles just don't do that. Another thing unique about poodles is that they are super intelligent. They are the second most intelligent dog. And because of that, along with other characteristics, they are very popular service dogs because they're so easy to train. They read humans very well. Now, I do want to make a little note about the golden doodle craze or any type of doodle. So basically it's mixing poodle with another breed. You are going to have, because you're mixing two separate breeds, you are going to have traits from each of those breeds, and it is impossible to know what traits you're going to get. So if somebody is selling you a golden doodle and they say they are that they're not gonna cause allergies, what's the word for that? My mind is drawing a blank. Then they are likely misinformed because poodles are the ones that are hypoallergenic. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. It comes from the poodle gene, not from the golden retriever gene. And when you mix two genes together, you are not guaranteed to have certain traits. And let's see what else. breeders, healthy, reputable breeders are called preservation breeders. And they are the ones who are breeding specifically to better the breed, to keep these traits strong, keep the poodle gene alive with all the traits that we want. The breeder that I got this one for specifically breeds them to be a larger poodle, which a lot of people would call a royal poodle because they're bigger than most. And the reason why she does that is because a lot of her dogs go on to be service dogs, like mobility service dogs. And mobility service dogs tend to need to be a larger size, and so that's what she specializes in. So anyway, I just wanted to have this little chat, me and Arlo here, and kind of answer a few questions. If you have any other questions, just leave a comment down below. Are you ready for a little sister, Arlo? A little puppy? We got to figure out a name still. We're thinking about Nova. Nova Sky. You think that's a pretty name? I like that name, Nova Sky. Bye, guys.